Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Cloud Gaming Roundup. So there's not a huge amount of news, but there are some juicy little bits in there, and there's a fair few games coming across to the different services. So let's get cracking, shall we? So first up, let's kick off with xCloud and Game Pass, and they've confirmed that there are 12 games coming across to the service this February. Now, the big one that stands out is Warhammer Total War 3 for us, and that looks like it's going to be an absolute ton of fun. If you haven't played, it's a tactical, real-time strategy game where basically you get all your different units and you have massive battles. There's the whole thing to do with the map as well, so it's all about managing all your different bases and all your different kingdoms and everything else. There's diplomacy, there's a hell of a lot of stuff to play. If you are a fan of that sort of game and you're into the Warhammer and Games Workshop brand, then this is absolutely one to be checking out. There's obviously a whole host of other games as well. We'll throw those up on the screen for you guys to have a look at, but the one that released it out to us is Warhammer Total War. Moving across on to GeForce now, and the big one there is Dying Light 2 is going to be available to play as of day one. Now, this is a game we have been highly anticipating. We absolutely adored the first game, but we've been really nervous about the second game just because it's had so many delays, and by all accounts it seems to have been going through a bit of development hell. However, it seems to be getting really well reviewed and definitely one worth on checking out. Now, this is a game that absolutely is great fun to play with your friends and team up co-op and just go off and smash some zombies. Absolute ton of fun, and we can't wait to try it out. Also, Nvidia announced that they've got 30 games coming across in February, which is a nice big increase from I think it was either 6 or 8 in January, so they had a really low month. So February is looking a lot brighter when it comes to games coming across to the service. Some of the standout ones are Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm, but also Parkosaurus as well. So anybody who is a dino sim, sort of like park management type fan, this one looks a load of fun. My son always watches videos on this, so I'm going to have to try it out and let him have a bit of a play with it. Going across onto Google Stadia, things get really interesting there. There's not a huge amount in terms of any news towards games or anything, but there's been this whole big sort of report that's come out from, I believe it's Business Insider, talking about Google deprioritizing Stadia and focusing on the white labeling service. Now, this is something we've talked about in the past. We did a video on it a few months back. We don't necessarily see it as a bad thing, but obviously it's having a lot of waves amongst the Stadia community. So as well as having AT&T as one of those partners, there's also rumors about Capcom being one, Bungie, and also Peloton. So it'll be interesting to see how that fits in there. Capcom are apparently gearing up to have it as like a demo service, so that way people can try out a game before they buy it. And to be honest, at the end of the day, the way we see it is the more people that get in on cloud gaming, the better. Maybe it's not great news for Stadia going forward. Maybe it is great news for Stadia going forward. We have no ideas. Like we talked about in the past video, people are porting their games so that they work on the service even through a white labeling side of things. It probably makes it more likely they're going to bring it over to Stadia, because why would they leave money on the table? Maybe it doesn't mean that, but in our heads that just makes sense. It'll be interesting to see what does happen with that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you worried about it? You're not bothered? Or are you kind of excited about what this could mean for the future? So that's our roundup. There's not a huge amount, like we said. One of the other big standout things is that Sony is buying Bungie, and this is kind of older news now. I say older news, it's only like a week old, but that is probably going to be a really big thing going forward. It shows that Sony is starting to bite back at Microsoft in the Game Pass and xCloud competition, so I can't wait to see how Sony really kind of takes the gloves off and get into this fight. So let us know your favourite bit. Are you excited for Warhammer Total War? Are you excited for Dying Light? Are you excited to see what Sony or Google do next? Because there seems to be a lot hotting up for 2022. In the meantime, hit that like and subscribe button and come along for some more cloud gaming content. And by the way, while you're there, if you've got any comments on what you'd like to see from us doing in our memberships, either through Patreon or through Google memberships, let us know in the comments below as well, and we'll see what we can do for that. In the meantime, stay safe and we'll see you soon. Bye.